What's up, guys? This is BriarRabbit, and today I've got the lovely and fiancéed
Janice.
So we got a couple of topics today, right, Jan?
Yeah, we went to the movies today.
That's right, we did. We don't go to the movies too. I go to the movies a lot, but we don't go to the movies together a lot. For those of you who don't know, I do a movie podcast called The First Run, besides the YouTube channel.
I'm not a big moviegoer.
No, I wasn't before I started doing a movie podcast. I watched a lot of movies at home, but I didn't go to the theater a lot.
No, it's expensive.
No, it's not that bad. If you go to matinees, it's like $5.
That's not
I mean, we paid for 4 people for $20. That's
yeah,
cheap.
that was a good deal. I was surprised at that.
Yeah, if you think about if you think about your entertainment as $1 per hour kind of thing, movies aren't actually that bad.
No?
No, they're not. As long as you go to the matinees, if you get deals,
Yeah.
you know. If you pay $13 for a movie, then it starts to get more expensive. But
And then if you get snacks at the snack bar, that's
oh, then it's really expensive.
an arm and a leg.
Yeah, it's a real that's very expensive.
If
And
no, go ahead.
the popcorn sucks.
Well, I was going to say, if I plan to go to the movies, I try to hit like CVS or something beforehand
Yeah.
and grab some snacks to sneak in.
Yeah,
It's cheaper that way.
yeah. So we saw Pacific Rim. What'd you think?
I hated it.
You hated it.
I hated
like,
it.
Hated it.
Yeah, and it was long. I looked at
It
my
was long.
watch,
It was-
and after an hour, and I said, "Oh my god, I have another hour and 15 minutes of this."
It was 2 hours and 17 minutes. Is that
Yeah.
right? Or 2 hours and 20 minutes?
Something like that.
It was long. I actually, as I was walking out of the theater, I got a text from my podcast cohort saying, "Don't forget to stay for the credits to watch like the second ending."
Oh, there's a second ending.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going back in there.
No.
Like, I mean, I didn't hate the movie like you did, but it was a long time to be sitting still.
Was it based on a book or some legend or something?
I think it was, no, I mean, it was set in the future, so it was like an homage by Guillermo del Toro. I think I nailed that, right?
Yeah.
It was an homage to like Japanese monster movies of like the 50s, I think.
Because I want to say the name. What were they calling the monsters? Miyagi?
Gaiju, yeah.
Gaiju or something?
Sure, nailed it.
Okay. I want to say I've heard that name before.
That's the Japanese word for monsters. So,
Oh.
yeah, you probably have in monster
Okay.
movies.
That would explain it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't hate it like you did. I didn't love it. It was too long. If they had cut that movie down to an hour and a half, I bet I would have really had fun.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of prep for the final scene.
Yeah, which
you
I
know,
didn't care about any of the characters particularly.
No.
But the giant robots fighting, you know, I like that. That's cool.
They did a good job with the special effects.
Special effects were really cool.
Yeah.
I could see watching this on Blu-ray again and having more fun because I could just fast forward through all the talky bits.
Now, I know the movie's also available in 3D, which we didn't see.
No, we didn't. I bet it would have been cool in 3D, though.
Yeah, so I imagine what it would be like in 3D.
Yeah, you know the best 3D movie I've ever seen?
What?
Harold and Kumar Save Christmas.
Are you serious?
I am absolutely dead serious. It is the only time I've ever seen 3D add to a movie because they actually did jokes in 3D, like visual jokes that only worked in 3D, and I was really impressed. It was the best use of 3D I've ever seen.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
didn't-
absolutely serious when I say that.
Oh, I'll have to check it out if I can.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd be able to see it in 3D, though.
No, that's the problem. We don't have a 3D. Well, I do have a 3D TV. That little Sony.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So what was our next topic?
Coffee.
Oh man, we are totally coffee addicts here. When we run out of, we use the Keurig. If anybody watched what was the that like
Day in the
vlog
life.
thing? Yeah. If anybody watched that, the coffee gag was pretty true to life. I go through a lot of coffee, and Jan does too. She's a big fan. When we're not drinking coffee, we're often drinking those like energy drinks.
Yeah.
And so there's this funny thing that happens on the weekend is one of us generally goes out to either 7-Eleven or Dunkin' Donuts to get more coffee.
And tonight you got the Box of Joe.
A box of Joe for 2 people.
Which is usually for like a party or something. We
For like a
finished
whole
it pretty
office.
much.
Yeah, no, that's.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love coffee.
How many coffees do you drink in a morning?
If I don't drink 3, I feel like I need more.
Really?
Yeah.
See, I wake up, I have 2.
Yeah.
And then I have another on the way to work.
Yeah.
And then another in the afternoon.
Yeah, I'll do it with afternoon coffee
Yeah.
again too. I like that. Kind of wakes you up. You know, you're kind of feeling a little snoozy in the afternoon. It's nice. Nice pick-me-up. I like the iced coffee in the afternoon.
I can't do iced coffees.
Well, you're wrong. I mean, you're just crazy.
I do have to say that I did change my coffee habits. I used to like my coffee strong but sweet, and I used to put quite a bit of sugar in my coffee.
Yeah, when we met, I noticed that. You used to use a lot of sugar. You stopped.
Now I don't use any sugar whatsoever.
Why?
I don't.
You just taste
You know
changed?
what? We went to visit your father, and it was when I got up at like 4 in the morning, and I couldn't find the sugar.
Uh-huh.
And so I was like, oh, I'll just have it without sugar, and I really liked it.
Yeah.
So
I think you get more of that coffee flavor when you don't. Well, I have a sugar problem. If I drink too much sugar, I get an upset stomach almost immediately. But I think you taste more of the coffee when you don't have sugar in it.
Yeah, I like it better without the sugar now.
Yeah, but you don't get that instant rush. You got to wait for the caffeine to kick in.
Yeah. That's fine by me.
So that's going to do it for this episode of the Rom-Comm. That's what we're calling it now, Jan. What do you think?
It's better than ball and chain.
Okay, I'm glad you approve. Ball and chain approved.
Yes.
If you guys like this video, hit that like button. That really helps me out, grow the channel and all that. And if you're new to the channel, hit subscribe. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.